and I'm here again on today's episode with one of the gentlemen who have been coming to this show. I think you came once, right?
Sure.
Good. He was here before and he's here again to help us on a topic that is of our interest. Yes, our interest. So you are much welcome to today's episode. We are before we start with the conversation, let's go for a quick commercial break, and in our return then we get on with the conversation.
You are welcome to Cainbo Royal Tree, the best hotel in Winneba, close to Winneba Junction and direct opposite the Well Filling Station. Among some of the facilities Cainbo Royal Tree offers its clients and customers include: number one, we have a serene swimming pool where you can relax your body at any time, swim at any time, any day at affordable prices. In fact, you can come here 24/7. We operate all time. We there for you. Cainbo Royal Treat is having an event center where we host every type of event. Any event you want, whether birthday party, weddings, any event at all, we can give you the best facility to host your event that you want to host. Cainbo Royal Treat is having a gym center where you can gym your body at any time, morning, evening, afternoon, any time at all you feel. And we also have a kitchen where we offer both local and foreign dishes. Any type of food you want, just come to Cainbo Royal Treat and we will give it to you at very affordable prices. We also have a clinic attached to the hotel where, in case of any emergency or any other time, you can go there for the services at very, very subsidized prices. We've reduced the prices drastically just to favor our customers. Call the contact, the numbers on this list.
Again, I am here with Prof. Bantapon, right? Yes, Prof. Bantapon. He was here with us and he's here again to discuss LGBTQ, the position of Africa, all about it with us. And I will remind you quickly that if you are new, please subscribe and turn on the notification bell so that any new video will drop, you'll be the first person to be notified. And if you are not new and you've already done that, don't try it again. You undo, and that way you become a non-member. So be a member of Beyond the Classroom Show family by subscribing and turning on the notification bell. Also like the video if you are enjoying it and share with others for them to also enjoy or for them to also learn just as we are learning right now. And also drop your comment in the comment section as a way of joining this conversation to make it interactive. Thank you so much for joining once again. Let's get right to Prof. Bantapon, who is here to discuss LGBTQ, the position of Africa and all about it with us. Prof, you are much welcome.
Thank you.
Yes. This Beyond the Classroom show again, that's a learning platform, as you know, obviously, and you are here again to help us. You are much welcome. We are grateful having you here again. We appreciate your presence.
Thank you.
I hope the atmosphere is cool.
Oh, very nice.
Okay.
Fantastic.
Good. So, with your last experience you had with Beyond the Classroom, so how was it?
Well, it was cool.
It was cool.
You know, as your beginning, you said it's a learning platform.
Good.
And no one knows.
Yeah.
So we all learn to know.
Yes.
So I would say it was very good. I've gained a lot of experience, and it pushes me to learn.
Yeah.
Yes. So
okay.
it's very nice.
Yes, it's nice.
Yes.
Good. Prof. Bantapon is saying he's happy, he's cool with his experience that he had from Beyond the Classroom show. So we welcome you once again. Your topic for the day is LGBTQ plus with the position of Africa in this brouhaha. Then we look at all about all matters revolving around this LGBTQ. So we wouldn't waste spend much time on trying to know you, but for the sake of new viewers, just briefly tell us who you are.
Okay, thank you very much. My name is Bantampong Amatus, from the Upper West region, specifically in Adoli, Keleu district. Currently, I'm the University of Education, Winneba, level 400.
Okay, level 400, political science, right?
Yeah, political
science. Okay, you didn't add that. Oh, like you see, sometimes we are always interested in knowing your study area, so that when we are pushing the questions, we can throw much of them to that direction.
I'm a political science student.
You are political science student.
Much interested in
tell him something.
Governance and politics. So as a student of politics, I'm always interested. To talk about.
Are you interested in political matters because you're a political science student, or you were born with it? Is it a passion? Is it something that
environment changes human behaviors.
Okay.
Looking at where we come from.
Yeah.
I can say when I was a child, I didn't know what political terms is, but the environment.
Every day, any day you wake up, NDC, NPP, decision making and things.
Yeah, so we decided to be political scientists, not politicians. I am not a politician.
Okay.
But I'm a political scientist. A student of politics.
Okay.
Yes.
You do all the operations
but when the necessary comes,
you fall in.
Yeah.
I get it. You understand that?
Aristotle said man is a political animal.
Yes.
And so
they say politics is ubiquitous, it's everywhere.
That really influenced me too. It's Aristotle that influenced me too. Because he said, if you don't participate in the political process, but people will rule you. That system will rule you. So it's better for you to also participate.
You can't escape the parameters. You can't escape anything politics.
I can't say that some foolish people will make decisions to affect you. And then I think Aristotle elaborated on all those things.
Yes. That if you fail to vote or to even participate in politics, they will choose fools to come and rule you. And they will give you foolish policies.
So based on that, I want to encourage people to participate in political activities. Yes.
Good. So that you should participate in political activities, not necessarily about joining NDC, NPP, but at least anything that is happening, try to involve yourself. We are all involved. I can't sing it, but
I can't sing that, but I like it.
It is what it is. It's a very nice song. Yes. So let's start with your topic for the day. This is just an informal session. So your topic is LGBTQ, the position of Africa in the rest of the world. Let's see, what is this LGBTQ? The layman out there may not understand this. Is it an abbreviation or whatever
LGBTQ plus it's an acronym.
Okay.
Yes, it's an acronym. Every single letter is having a meaning. Yes.
Okay.
And let's quickly look at the meaning of the letters in that acronym.
Good.
We have the L, that is lesbianism. Then the G, gayism. Then the B, bisexual. Then the T, transgender.
Good.
Then the Q, queer. Okay. Well, the plus is also a letter. It's just another addition with the notion or the belief that other matters can also come up and they have to add it. Even before the LGBTQ plus, it was only LGBT. Per my research.
Yeah, the part.
So yes, I didn't see those one crumple. So it means that it is possible that other matters relating to these will also come up. So they have to add it.
Will that be cannibalism?
That one I cannot tell. Maybe some people say one man go with man. Maybe they say even you shouldn't use the assigned part, but maybe you should use your listen penetrate through the ear. And that one, we don't know the name. But like, that is the meaning of the plus. Other
Anything
things
can
come and then they have to add it.
This
That's what the
place-
L is it. And as we all know, when we say lesbianism, you know, that is a woman having sexual attraction to the same person.
To another woman.
Another woman.
The same sex.
Yes.
Hey.
That's lesbianism.
Hey.
Okay. So the gayism is also the other side. Men having sexual attraction to another man. Yeah. So then when we look at the bisexual, that is, you see.
Listen carefully. We are taking the letters one after the other.
You see a woman having bisexual
Okay.
can have attraction to a man and then a woman at the same time.
Hey.
Okay.
Hey.
A transgender is also simply let's pick it that way, this way. At birth, you are being identified as what? A man. But what will be seen in you will see you as a what? A woman.
The characteristics.
Yes.
Wow.
Be seen as a woman. So you may have, I don't know, we are in the learning process. You may have a vagina and a penis at the same time.
Okay, that's what they call is it hermaphrodite or something?
We have to bring the doctors in.
Hey.
So that and then the choir is, you know, it's also the same as this homosexual. It's homosexual.
Hey.
So basically these are the things, and you see that they are not nice.
Very odd.
Yes. Sometimes I think even, excuse me, my beautiful ladies out there, excuse me to say this. Even sometimes you see a lady, you are a man, you see a lady, you don't even have interest. You are not sexually attracted to that lady. Then how do you see a colleague man? Then you are attracted?
It's crazy.
I don't know. It's like it's madness. It's not even madness. Because I've never seen a madman having sex with the same sex. I've never seen that. But I've been seeing them having with different. Yeah. So it's even beyond madness. Sure. So basically, that is how the
LGBTQ
class
is. You are listening to Prof. who is discussing with us LGBTQ, the position of Africa and the rest of the world. So we would like to know if there is any brief history about LGBTQ, or is something that just come then is in the system. When did all this madness, this craziness, this stupidity, this business all start from? Some are saying this makes sense because they believe it's blah blah blah.
This particular thing, you know, it is not an association. It is not an association. Nobody formed this group. Okay. In history, even those who are pushing it to us, it started there, where people were having sex to same gender. And it was punishable.
Wow.
Even in Europe, it was punishable. Those who are pushing it to us today, it was punishable
in their
countries. It was punishable. Either death, penalty, or banishment. They will banish you from the community.
Hey.
And at times, if you are found or caught in that act, you can be, the way they will maltreat you, you won't like it. So they were doing those things. That is correct. That is what they were doing. Okay? So it is some people that form it. Who were having those things, doing it in his, and even in Russia.
Why can we date this back to the beginning? I want to like the beginning of it.
Good morning.
Yes, sir.
the beginning, there's not a specific country.
Wow.
That you can trace this to. There's not a specific country. As I said, let's say Africa. You see that people will be having sex. Men will be having sleeping with their colleague men in Ghana. In Nigeria, they will sleeping. So we will be maltreating them. So UN came in. Okay, and there's one thing I want our viewers to know. There was this game in Russia called what Olympic Games. I don't know whether it's winter or something like Olympic Games in Russia, where the Pope, that Pope Francis, was there. Then the then president of US sent an atlas who were culprits of these things. So when the Pope was asked probably to say something, he said, "Who am I to judge?"
The Pope said, "Who am
I to judge?" You know, he said that based on the Bible. But the Bible says that thou shalt not judge. So who am I to judge? So that thing, per history, has given hope for the Catholic worldwide. So what it means is that they were expecting the Pope to say something negative against
LGBTQ or the malpractices
of those things. But he said, "Who am I to judge?" And biblically, he is right to say that thou shalt not judge. But it also goes a long way to give the Catholic Church worldwide
a bad name.
Not just a bad name, but like, well, if the Pope said I can't judge anyone in any act that they think is no good, then I can also go in knowing very well that they won't judge me, and even probably they can't even sack me from the church.
Then if one cannot judge some distance.
Look at the history, how that thing, this thing came about. So because they were maltreating people, then UN, as we all know, one of its main rule is centered on human rights. Okay, so even if the doctors saw it to be something beyond
badness,
normal.
They can't
so
treat it.
yes, but they said no, it is not. It is a right, and so they should allow them to do whatever they like. It's a right. You have the right to
do anything.
That right to practice any religion. So if somebody is also trying to have sex with the same gender,
or do any
then you should allow the person to go in and do that. And based on you, and I would like us to read something out here.
Okay.
The UN, the laws that they passed since 2011 till today about this particular thing.
Against or for?
For. It's a right. Let me quickly show you. Let me read it out for our view to see. Sorry.
Trouble. So as you search for this, let's see. Is there any specific date that you can give when it started? Like when all this thing started becoming public in the world?
Well, as I said, even in 1800, they were practicing those things.
That's the 17th century.
Yes, but what I'm trying to, it wasn't legalized. It was punishable.
Wow.
Per my knowledge, even the 1800, 1900, it was there. So the establishment of UN militant is a right. That is after the Second World War, 1945, when they established the UN, United Nations.
Yes.
That it started becoming normal. Good.
normal for
normal.
people to
Yes,
do anything
do
they
that.
want to
I
do.
don't know why my listener is not responding
Oh.
for us to check. I wanted to, because there are laws they passed from 2011, 2012, 13, 14, 15, 2019.
All to support.
Yes, I don't know why the thing is not responding. My what do you call it? Word is not. I just pasted it on. It's so that is how I can't read. I wanted to read them, but it's on record.
Yes.
I don't want to add or deduct. That's why I wanted to read so that viewer will see.
Yes. So let's proceed.
Okay. At any time we will read it out.
We can get back to that. So why should they always try to? I mean, you see, I don't know. Let's get this thing clear. Now they've started advocating for it. Has it opened?
All right.
It has opened.
Yeah.
Okay, so you read it out.
In 2011, the UN Human Rights Council passed a wide-ranging resolution on human rights, sexual orientation, and gender identity, expressing concern about violence towards LGBTQ people and commissioning the first ever UN study focused on LGBTQ issue. In 2012, the UN General Assembly passed a resolution on extrajudicial killings that included crimes motivated by the victim's sexual orientation and gender identity. This was the first time that was mentioned in United General Assembly passed resolution 3, that's 2013. The UN High Commissioner for Human Rights launched the UN's Free and Equal campaign to promote understanding of the human rights of LGBTQ people. The campaign has reached an estimated 2 billion people through traditional and social media and generated a stream of widely shared materials, including those powerful videos. In 2015, the UN Security Council held its first ever meeting to address the human right of LGBT. As I was saying, that even in history, the other the Q wasn't even there. So that's why they even now say no, that it's necessary for them to add plus. LGBT people under ISIS, I don't know what they really mean there, but the briefing was convened by the US and Chile, with 9 out of 15 Security Council member countries attending, as well as dozens of other countries. The UN Refugee Agency has played a crucial role in assisting LGBTQ people in fleeing violence and persecutions, and in helping them resettle in countries that are more welcoming the LGBTQ people. They have repeatedly updated their guidance on how to effectively and sensitively assist LGBTQ refugees and seekers. When the UN released its Sustainable Development Goals, SDGs, in 2015, many countries committed to interpreting their language to ensure that LGBTQ people are not left behind. In 2016, UN appointed it's a name of a person, Vitet Muntahon, to serve as its first ever independent expert on sexual orientation and gender identity. In that role, he was worked to reduce violence and discrimination against LGBTQ. The UN has published several groundbreaking reports conveying discrimination and violence against individuals based on their sexual orientation. So the last one. In July 2017, the UN Human Rights Office criticized the proposed US ban on qualified transgender people serving in the military. Throughout throughout his tenure, that's the president, the one who proposed that. UN Secretary General Ban Ki-moon repeatedly and consistently used his platform to advocate for equality. So, you see the role the UN played in this particular thing. As I was saying, it is not a group of people, like let's say we have a Student Legal Society group. No, there's no group for this. When they say the LGTB group, it doesn't mean like they are there advocating for their own rights, right? But those people are also there. It's a group of people, but people don't even know them. But I say that we should give right to them. What it means is that when you are caught,
you shouldn't be maltreated.
That's all.
Allowed to go free.
Yes.
So I understand the concept here. It looks like those people are underdog. Like they are not out there. They are not in the public. They are not known to the public.
Yes.
But UN has seen a few culprits of them being maltreated. Even refugees issue came here, yes, whereby they were seeking for refuge and the rest. So they now advocate that when those people are caught, they should be allowed to go scot-free. Then those refugees should be allowed to go back to their mother homes and things like that.
They were even taking care of them.
They should be given the right to participate in every social what.
Yes. So that is how it is.
But a point, I don't know whether 2012, the one you read about 2012 or 13, you mentioned SDGs.
Yeah, 2015.
Sustainable Development Goals. It interests me so much.
Yes.
What was this brought to advocate or to try to create a platform for advocacy for LGBT?
When the Sustainable Development Goal, it is stated like from 2015 to 2030. I think that's the rate, right? Yes, that there must be elimination of poverty. Equality.
Yes, that is what I'm talking about.
So they use that as equality.
So is this equality trying to advocate for LGBTQ as part of the equalities? It's not the only equality.
Yes. So it means that by 2030,
LGBTQ should be accepted.
Accepted. It's a right. So to make it fully achieved. So it means that by 2030, I'm not. Is it 2030?
2030.
Correct. It means that by 2030,
I am an ambassador.
If we achieve all these goals,
you see,
except that particular aspect, per the act, it means that we have not achieved.
Incomplete.
Yes, it's incomplete.
See,
and that is why they are now forcing right now that people, all countries, to legalize it.
I am an ambassador for those of you who know me as an NGO advocate. You will see that I've been going around advocating for equality within and among nations, and that is I am an ambassador for Sustainable Development Goal 10, and Goal 10 is talking about equality within and among nations. So I was advocating for equality positively, not knowing other things are attached to it. This reminds me of a statement made by Professor Patrice Lumumba, Otieno Lumumba, that they call him popularly known as PLO Lumumba.
Yeah.
That is it in the best interest of Europe that Africa should develop? That reminds me, you see, the equality there, it sounds very nice. If what is given to the cities should be given to the villages, and what is given to US will be given to Ghana, I think it's fine, it's equality. We will enjoy. But when you go to the extent of inculcating human rights in this, to say we should advocate for human rights, it's actually, it's questionable.
When we talk of equality,
it's questionable.
Not even equality, my brother. We can only try to promote fairness. But equality, when we talk of equality,
it's not possible.
It's a theory.
It's a theory. Good. It's a theory. People try to, sometimes people blend equality with equity, which is not the same.
It's not the same.
Sometimes people go like equality. What is it?
I was expecting people to be always advocating for even equity.
Equity.
Probably fair than equality.
It's not this. That is. It's relative.
Mm-hmm.
It's
relative. You can use in the natural sense to back our position that there's nothing like equality that exists on earth. Yes. Naturally, you are taller than me, right?
Yes.
So that's inequality. So you want to talk about equality and then you want to pluck a mango, and I can't reach that. So this is not. I don't know all stand on the ground. So can I pluck the mango?
You can't.
So
It's not equality.
but equity, they will try to bring something so that I will step on it, so that all of us can reach. And that is where you can see equality.
Yes.
All right.
Wow. I think African youths, we just need to learn. Yes, we need to learn. Sometimes we have to think beyond the normal range. Like when things are coming. You see, the one problem I have with we Africans is that we are too welcoming. Like anything new, we are always eager to be the first to discover or to bring it or to accept it. But most often than not, we don't really research to know deeper into whatever we are accepting. That's one of our problems. Anyways, so let's move on to see. Now they are advocating for it. UN is advocating for it.
Yes.
And I know it's not only African countries that are part of UN. The way they are bringing it here, advocating we should accept it and things, whether they are putting pressure on us or not. Is it the same thing applied to other countries?
Yes,
like the Arab, the rest of the world?
It's worldwide.
It's worldwide.
They want by that every country should pass a law.
I want to see the intensity of the pressure. Is it the same thing, the way the sanction Ugandan
yeah, you see, Africa,
speaker.
We are still looking at our traditions
Mm-hmm.
to reject that
Mm-hmm.
it does not conform with
our
traditions.
Our culture.
So, right now, it's about 30, I can't remember the figure, but 30 something countries have passed it across the world. Which Africa is not exception. South Africa has passed it.
Wow.
Right? And you see, other countries that pass it, they even pass it with alacrity. Even others go to even add, okay, you can even have sex with animal. It's allowed. When you go to a gathering, even in church, you can even, if you feel like having sex with anybody in that gathering, you are free to go. That's why other countries are passing with alacrity.
In an open.
Yes. Others go extend that.
So the pornography that is splittered everywhere on the social media is not enough.
It's not
you
enough.
have to see feely.
Yes. For example, you are in a lecture room. They just see this lady. You love to just have sex with the lady. This lady is also interested in you. So you can just get while the lecturer is lecturing, you can start
to have sex
there, and nobody can say anything. That is how some countries even go along with to
other extent they've gone. That's the plus. They are applying the plus.
So Africa, the pressure that they are exerting on now, because they initially, before that, they knew that these people would not accept it.
Africa respect their culture.
So Uganda, is it right? Uganda has passed their anti-LGBT bill, right?
LGBT.
Now, when they pass it, there's a pressure from the US on them. Now, which means that it wasn't a bill they said we should pass. It was a bill. Whatever way we
it's a command.
Yes, whatever way we do, they have to be okay.
Yes.
But now you are saying no. It means that it was a command. In that they are commanding us that you must do this, and which is not right. But one thing is this: international organizations or international relations. When you join an organization, you don't have a full sovereignty. That is how even researchers are still on that. Because in the perspective of the realist, the country should fight for their own country, right? They shouldn't depend on any other country for survival. So whatever means you have to do to protect your citizen, whether rightful or wrongful, go ahead and do that to protect your citizen. And the liberal said, no, let's form associations so that we can depend on one another. That is bringing
the fall of Africa. Divide and rule.
So we are all of us are part of the UN. Okay? We are part of the UN. And that is why it be like force, but they can't force us. If our leaders are strong. I saw one thing like they have cancelled the visa of the UN,
They've blocked her.
So no, wait.
Her.
With this, when I just laughed. I said, "Oh, well, if they block her from going to US, must she go to US?"
Me, my prayers. No. I don't know how this will sound, but my prayers is they should ban like African politicians for coming to back so that we can think and do things on our own.
No, they should do that.
They should ban us. Like
yes.
I don't know why every day, even healthcare, our leaders will have to travel out there to seek healthcare. Ask yourself, the villager in the hinterland, where will that person also get money to buy a ticket? Even a car to go to the town for healthcare, the person is not getting.
So me,
it's crazy sometimes.
African
This ban our people
should just stop that thing, that threat coming from the US.
It's
that
enough.
If you fail to do that, they will not support us.
Yes,
let's agree
the
that.
way we patronize their everything, they feel like we can't be without them. That's their feeling. They feel like, oh, these people now, they are now in our hands, so we can't be without them. Africa. So the pressure mounted on Africa. We want to know, like, I want you to give us a statement if it is the same thing as compared to other places. Apart from African countries, some rejecting, some accepting. Is there any other country that have rejected it, just like the way Uganda did?
So far,
outside Africa.
Outside Africa,
like the Arab countries, China, and the rest of
I've not heard any country in the Europe or Asia
passing against
it. I've not heard.
Always accept.
What I'm saying is that I have not heard whether other countries in the Europe or Asian have rejected the bill. That one, I can't say anything about it. What I only know is that out of these 30-something countries that have passed it, only one is from Africa. So it is an indication that almost all the countries there are willing to accept it.
Wow.
But I can't point out a country that is also struggling, like it is trying to against it, like what Uganda did, and then they are on them or whatever. But this thing is, Uganda should not be afraid, and I want other African countries to do same. I was very happy when last week is it Ablakwa was saying that if they pass this law in this country,
St. George, right?
Yeah, I think it's St.
George.
Yeah,
yes.
I watched it live.
Serving notice to
yes, correct.
The UN.
Yes, if they pass it and they threaten them like the way they threaten our speaker, like the way they are threatening the
Ugandan speaker
of parliament, that they will also make sure that they will make them unpopular by what? Disturbing their businesses in this country. And I love that spirit.
Yes.
Because one thing people should know is that in the normal sense, the US depend more on us than we depending on them. But just that we don't know. And it's high time Africa should know that we have enough that the West will always depend on us for survival, not we should depend on them for what? Survival. Yes. I was talking to some colleagues about this. All this Europe, they were not also like this. When you read about the industrialization period, you saw what happened. It was about their industry boomed. They invested, to the extent that they can't even consume what they were producing, and they were also lacking raw material to feed the industries. That even pushed them to Africa to come and get raw material and bring the surplus to us to buy. So what it means is that they are lacking the resources, the natural resources.
It's a give and take.
But we have it. So if we industrialize our economy,
they are dead.
They are dead. They are dead. That's the time we give them non-barrier tariffs. They can't get any raw material here. And that's the time they have to beg. But we always believe that because they have the IMF, the World Bank, whatever they do. So if we didn't do this and good, they won't give us. When they get the money from you. So I want African countries. In fact, I'm just ready for Ghana to just pass it.
I can't wait.
So that you see, and you were in the beginning, you were trying to ask like whether somebody started this whole thing or whatever. Nobody's. You see, you won't see a person even in our parliament, in Ghana's parliament. You will see an MP speaking. You can't tell his position. This will tell you something. They were speaking. They are not supporting. They are not against him. And I love the strategy the speaker did used last week.
Yes.
Said, okay, if you know you agree with it, stand up.
Everybody was down.
Everyone was down. Because the speaker realized that people are speaking against it with an intelligent manner. In order to build that intelligence, if you know you are interested in it, stand up.
Yes.
You know the speaker is very wise.
Yes.
Don't forget that he was part of the 3 wise men in this country, in John Mama's regime, the 3 wise men in this country.
3 wise men?
You are not aware of it?
Oh no, I've not heard a story about that.
Oh, from here I will tell you.
Okay. No. Tell me.
He was part of the 3 wise men.
Who are they? Like
the other 2, I don't really know their name. But the current speaker of parliament, Alombabi, was part of the 3 wise men in this country.
What did they do? What makes them?
You know, his long service in the legislature has given him more knowledge, even outside this country. So there are other things that the state have to always consult those people in decision making or policy formulation and other things. I get it. So briefly, that is how it is.
Okay.
So and that man is very wise.
Wow.
Naturally, he's very wise.
So
he said, stand up. Now we don't ask you to speak. But when you are speaking, people are not understanding you. They don't know your position.
Yes.
So if stand up so that your constituents will see you.
Yes. Yeah, we know that this is the best.
If you are not understand why that Master, human rights. They say that when even in the human rights, they said where your right ends, somebody's right begins. So you don't have everything.
You can't have everything. Okay, let's move on to see. Is it possible that Africa can reject, like, not the entire not some African countries, but is it possible that the entire Africa can decide that, okay, maybe let's take it this way, since South Africa is able to break away, let's take a block, for instance, let's say West Africa, the West African countries, can the block of West Africa say we will not accept it? Is it possible?
We are
looking at the nature of our unity, our relationship.
I cannot sit here and say it is possible for West Africa countries to reject it. And nobody even can also say that, because in countries, our culture varies. Okay. And people actions changes day in and day out. I get the issue. So I cannot say that it is possible that, let's say, West Africa, all the countries can reject, because we are different countries. Okay, and the people that are leading us are having interest. If our leaders have interest in it, they can do it, and when you and I say we have nothing to do. Just like what happened in South Africa. Even the whole Malema country, Julius Malema, the whole Julius Malema country, I don't know. Do you get that? So nobody can say West Africa as a subcontinent can reject it because we are not ruled by one person. Are you getting the issue? Your own leaders might rule against it. Togo can pass it.
Wow.
Because where they say the citizens, we have the power.
Yes.
But the moment you give that power to them to go and rule, you are powerless at the moment. Your power comes when they want renewal. I don't know whether you understand the scenario.
I'm getting it.
So if our leaders in Ghana here saying they will pass this thing, you can do all kind of demonstration. You can sleep at the president and the parliament house. You can sleep the day in and day out, but they will pass it. So what I'm just saying that West African countries, all in Africa, except Uganda, South Africa, should try as much as possible to reject the bill, to reject it at all. And even the South Africa should really look at things because they can change law. Law can be changed, right? Yes. Even I think the Uganda, when they passed it, initially they made changes, right, in it. Initially it was death penalty.
Yeah.
I think they reduced certain. Yes. So South Africa can still come back on their toes to reject that. So what does mean that if there's a change of leadership, that law can be changed.
Okay.
And anybody who do it is punishable.
Wow.
So I'm just encouraging African countries to just, reject that thing because it will not help us at all. It won't help us. It is very bad.
Even we've not passed in its favor, and we are suffering like this. Not to talk of now passing this bill forward. I just can't assimilate some of these things. Well, family, we are watching Beyond the Classroom, so I am still Honorable Judge Official. I'm here with Prof. Bantapon discussing LGBTQ, the position of Africa and the rest of the world. We have spent almost all our time. We've exhausted our day. We would like to hear your last remarks. Is there anything going forward you want to tell us? Advise us as going forward. What do we start doing as Africans so that we can survive through all these confusions?
Yes. What I want to say is that countries that are yet to deal the bill should try as much as possible to just, abandon it, to stop it. It is not good, especially my beloved country. We should just, the leaders should try their best to against the bill, irrespective of what the West is saying. They should just try as much as possible to reject it. Because for them, their interest is that they just want, not necessarily like our members should be doing it here, but when it is passed, so anybody, the West, they travel here for holidays and others. But what it means that if their members come to Ghana, they should have that right to do it. But if right now we don't agree it, anybody that from US or at least in South Africa come to Ghana, you cannot practice it because our law did agree. So that is why the US, they are at the perspective of the universalism or whatever, of the right. That right should be universal. So wherever that you go, you enjoy it. It doesn't change or whatever. So we should try our best as to just reject the bill. Okay, and I want to also use this opportunity to also thank BTC. BECTV,
Beyond the Classroom Show.
To continue the good work, so that we can change the perception of some people, and other people can also improve their potential in communication and others, so that we can champion course, to have a solid goal tomorrow. And also to my friends out there, let's always speak out of our mind. Let's speak out. Whatever that you think it is not good, speak out your mind. And I'll first even thank my big professor, Dogwe,
Prof.
and Anas. In fact, I cannot forget of these two personalities. Yes, there's also one coming up in level 300. Yes, Bright, a legal practitioner. Bright, Honorable Bright, a member of Pusa Parliament.
Okay.
A minority.
Odoy.
I don't know the same name, but I think so. Bright.
Now
Yeah.
president for Student Legal Society. Or it's not the one?
No.
Not the one.
Yeah.
Okay.
So let's always speak out the truth. Not, we shouldn't lie. Okay, we shouldn't lie. Let's just go by that. And my last salute go to one of my bosses, my friend, Kingsley Zombeng, a footballer in Dubai.
Okay.
May God bless him and let him achieve what he wants and come back to Mother Ghana and help us grow.
Good.
Thank you very much.
We are here with Prof. Bantapong, who discussed LGBTQ plus bill, and then the position of Africa and the rest of the world with us. We have come to the end of today's episode. We appreciate your presence, or we appreciate your support you've been giving in the past, liking and commenting and sharing our videos. We really appreciate it. All you need to do is, this is a quick reminder, just subscribe and turn on the notification bell. Like the video if you are enjoying it, share with others for them to learn just as we are learning right now, and also drop your comment in the comment section as a way of joining the conversation to make it interactive. Thank you so much for joining. We really appreciate your effort.